What's up, you heard me? You now watching Nolazine TV. This is John Doe, man. Just tune in, stay plugged in, you heard me? Chad!
So what happened in your life that actually made you want to just give your life over to God?
Well, it was a series of events, man. I had a business. I had a successful business, man. I was paying calls for fee, you know what I'm saying? My people was connected with Manny Fresh. I was, doing all kind of stuff like that. I was good. I wasn't worried about no music. I wasn't even making music, you know what I'm saying? I was running a business. But then I got saved. I began to have an encounter with God. I stopped smoking. I stopped drinking. I'm a convicted felon. Well, I was a convicted felon, you know what I'm saying? And God moved in that situation. I was able to get that expunged. So I stopped toting my gun because I wasn't supposed to carry it anyway. God began to transform me. I ain't knew because I hadn't got saved yet. I just was changing in myself, slowing down, but God was doing something. And then my wife wanted to get baptized, and I had never been baptized other than when I was young, as an adult and understanding what I'm doing. I had never been baptized. She grew up Catholic, so she wanted to get baptized. Man, we got baptized. I came out there speaking in tongues with that fire, the power of God. And then a month after that, my wife found out she was a month pregnant. Mind you, my wife, we had been together. At that point, we had been together maybe 6 years. You know what I'm saying? And she couldn't have kids. But we got baptized. The only thing changed in our life was she got baptized. So when she got baptized, she came out a month pregnant. So that was the moment that made it real, because I could have just got wet and kept going, but and then backslid or whatever. But I had an encounter with God, and that just made it real. That just showed me how mighty God really was. So I had been through a lot of things, and then once I got saved, I started to reflect how real God was. And he reminded me of me being drunk, driving on the wrong side of the highway, almost ran head on with an 18-wheeler after I left Republic from drinking all night. And then boom, being in different shootouts, never got hit up, you know what I'm saying? Then fighting charges because I got caught up in a murder case, and then God moved in that situation. I could have did life behind that. I pled guilty to the charges that carried 37.5 years. Here I am, 35 years old, sitting in front of you doing this interview, a free man. God moved, you know what I'm saying? And my lawyer was so God ordained that, because it was a bunch of us that they had put the charges on, as far as other people were shooting at us, you know what I'm saying? So they got the people that were shooting on that side, they got me on this side, but all fingers got pointed to me, you know what I'm saying? So they picked me up. But my lawyer, bro, he was God ordained that, because he took my case. Out of all the people that was trying to hire him, he took my case. And he fast forward wound up going to be the DA. But what happened was, he set up my paperwork when I pled guilty to the charges, that they would expunge my record. Man, they don't never do that, because I pled guilty to assault with a firearm, illegal use of a firearm, punishment, damaging property, just a bunch of, there were 5 different felonies that I pled guilty to, you know what I'm saying? But the charges all accumulated, carried 37.5 years. That was the max. I got moved, and I had to go to college. I went to Delgado and did 5 years probation. That was all God. And you could check all the paperwork. You could run a DOC. You could check my DOC number, run it. You could check the court minutes. My name was in nobody's paperwork. You heard me? So I didn't beat it like that. I beat it by Jesus. That name was the one that got me off, you know what I'm saying? So, man, it just really moved. But then now I start to reflect and look back on those cases that I was in, different robbery charges. I got jammed up with somebody, robbed somebody, put gas in my car, you know what I'm saying? And God just disposed that, all that, man. I'm just looking back on my life and different situations where God's hand was on it. Man, I should have been dead that time. I should have been dead this time. But that's just looking that God always had his hand on I can look at my life and see God's fingerprints on my life now.
So where you from?
Man, I'm from Lutcher, Louisiana, you heard me? You know what I'm saying? A little bit, it's in between New Orleans and Baton Rouge. But I lived in La Place, so I got roots in both. But man, that's where I reside at. But I always played with the city a little bit, running back and forth in Baton Rouge. So that's why when you hear my music, it sounds all over the board, because God is taking me all over the board.
Okay. Also, when did you start making music?
I started making music when I was maybe like 13, 14, you know what I'm saying? I'm 35 now, so you could do the math, you could add it up, you know what I'm saying? Add, subtract, divide, whatever you gotta do just to get to the number, you heard?
Growing up, I'm like, who influenced you for us to like start making music?
Well, my main influences, like, I always was a Pac fan, you know what I'm saying? And, and that really, because like I said, Pac can make you want to bust somebody in the head, but then he can make you love on this woman and value a woman. So that was big influences, Jay, AZ, Nas, all of that. But then like Beanie Siegel, like I was big on all them boys. Like as it just went through, as I went through different seasons of life, my music changed. You know what I'm saying? I was riding No Limit. You know what I'm saying? P had me saying, Then I was blinging with Cash Money. So it just, it's just different seasons in life, and that's what I just gravitated to the music that fit at that time.
Okay. So fourth name John Doe. I'm like, when did you come up with that?
Well, John Doe, that's a dead, unidentified body. As a believer of God, I gotta really die daily to my flesh. Like it ain't about what I want to do. I'm not making it about me. It's about Jesus. Don't worry about me. I'm a nobody. I'm only here to make Jesus famous. Like everybody prior to last month, everybody knew me as Burke. Like I've been Burke for forever. Like that, I got that name. I used to go by Jimmy Burke. So a lot of people still call me Jimmy. Some people call me Burke. I ran a business. I used to paint cars and stuff. So everybody knew me as Burke. I got that name originally came from Jimmy Burke. He led the Lufthansa heist when they robbed the airport, got away with all kind of cash, money, jewelry, and all of that. So I woke up out my sleep, and that was on the news channel one day, the History Channel, and so I ran with that name. But then I'm not worried about getting no money, no jewelry, none of that no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm just worried about making Jesus famous. So that's why he took the name, and then he confirmed for me to switch my name, because it ain't about me. I made a song, and then my pastor was like, man, you need to consider changing your name to that. And then I was like, I wasn't gonna do it at first, but I was in prayer about it, and God confirmed it. And then I, just constant confirmation is, and it's 5 different times when God changed people's name. A name is a significance, like so that's what happened with me. So I had that Saul of Paul moment, you know what I'm saying, and but I had been saved, but like, because Saul had a revelation of God, and then he got blind on the road to Damascus, and that's when he changed the name to Paul. But I'm already saved. I already had that moment, but I had a name changing moment with it, like Abraham, so man, we could just go in on that, but like it just was a realization, like on some me decreasing so God can increase, because as I humble myself, God exalt me. So it's like, so I really became selfless, and it ain't about me. It's only about making Jesus famous,
Do you have any projects coming up?
Well, actually, I just dropped a new project called Heaven Waits for Me, and that's my first project that I dropped under the name John Doe, and that just released. It dropped on the 24th, but iTunes was hating. Like, man, I battled with them people for like 2 weeks with TuneCore about getting this album released, but then I understand what it is what's attached to it. I'm putting Jesus in the atmosphere. So the devil don't want that to stir up. It was cool when I was dropping secular music and doing all that, but then now that I'm doing my Jesus thing, like, nah, man, I'm telling you, they made me change the name. They was like, well, you gotta take the John Doe off the cover because you got an old song on there, and so I had to change the cover. I had to take John Doe off the cover. Then I went upload the music, then I had a little skit on that. It was like, oh, well, it's not 30 seconds, but I just uploaded Buku music before and had 30-second clips on it. So now they're like, oh, well, you gotta be longer than 30 seconds. So I went and changed that. Then one of the other songs, it was like the name, like, so I had to change the name. Then I put my music under the John Doe, and then I look at it, it just now went live on iTunes late this morning, basically. And then here it is, they spelled the name wrong. They got John D.O.E. Like, come on, man, that ain't what it is. John Doe, like dead unidentified body, because the name's being attacked. You know what I'm saying? So boom, so the name of the album is Heaven Waits for Me. Man, if you accept Christ, he will not perish but have everlasting life. So if you accept Christ, then heaven waits for you too. And man, I sit here today standing right now before you, man. My grandmother died this morning, 5:20 this morning. You know what I'm saying? I'm at peace because I know heaven waited for her. She accepted Christ. You know what I'm saying? She was just talking, but she talked to Jesus on Monday. You know what I'm saying? Here it is, a week later, she done got called on to glory. You know what I'm saying? She dealt with sickness, but now she got a glorified body. She in heaven. So now I got a song on that saying, on my way to heaven. You know what I'm saying? So I'm on my way to heaven because I accepted Christ. I'm living Christ-like. You know, I'm dying to the things that I want to deal with fleshly. Like, so I'm on my way to heaven, and that's just a boost. Like, I got a peace with my grandmother passing because she made it to heaven. Heaven waited for her. Now I'm on my way to heaven, and I just got to continue to proceed and walk out my salvation and keep my eyes on the cross, man, because I know that I won't see her again. So that's why I could sit here before you, you know what I'm saying? And that's the name of the project, saying heaven waits for me. You know, so at the end of the day, does heaven wait for you? You got to secure your salvation, man. You got to secure your eternity, you know what I'm saying? Because I got gold around my neck, but I won't walk on these streets of gold. And that's what it is. Heaven waits for me.
Also, do you have any features on that project?
Yeah, I got a few features on that. Of course, I had to put my pastor on that, Pastor Andy Rebirth. You know what I'm saying? Me and him got a song. Well, we got a few songs on that. One of them particularly, like the call, like answering the call, like, you know. So I got him on that. I got Oracle. I got Vol G on it. I got my sister. Vol G on that thing. I got Lisa, our sister Lisa Reyes, lead worship at our church. I got one of my sisters from out of town on that called GG, like, you know, bro, like, and that's really like all the features. And then I got a dance song. I got to do Dance David Dance. You know what I'm saying? With my brother Yule from Baton Rouge, man. Me and him used to do music before Christ, BC, like, you know what I'm saying? When I was on the label New World that my brother had started, you know, now we doing a new thing. So I had to reach out to him to get him on a new project. And, you know, that's just about all the features that I could think of. Yeah, I think that's it. If I forgot somebody, my bad. It ain't on the top of my head right now.
Okay. So what's the average day like for you?
Get up, hear me. Every day is different. So they never average. I might get a call, you know, to go pray for somebody. We might go do an outreach, you know what I'm saying? I might do my business thing. I might be doing some detailing. Might pray for somebody while I'm detailing. Might, you know, man, it just, on the average, like, I wake up, get in God's presence, you know what I'm saying? And then I let him direct. I said, God, remove me and use me. Send people across my path that need a word from you. So that's what my normal day for me is, interacting with the people that God sent across my path that need a word from him. So wherever that may be just in the cut, it may be on the stoop, you heard me? Maybe on these stairs, you may be watching this, like may do an interview, may go to the radio station, may just post up in the project and pass out peace and praying for people, like, you know, go to the hospital, pray for people, man, whatever the steps of the righteous are ordered. So I'm just, whatever my day, God wake me up because he got something for me to do. So I just get myself out the way and do what he want me to do. Okay. You know?
So what separates you from other artists?
One thing that separates me from a lot of other artists is the message. You know what I'm saying? Christ crucified. So, you know, I did a lot of music prior. Like, I done did songs with Nati, I done did songs with Ray Vicks, song with CeeLo, Young Ready, like, you know, with Keys. Man, like, man, I done did a lot of music. I done did mixtape with Don DeMarco, Desert Storm, like, you know, I done did a lot of music, you know what I'm saying? I did music with Lil Wonder Rider, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, with Dash, like, you know, Carrera, like, I done did a lot of music with a lot of different people, a lot of different artists. But now, like, the message is different. Like, you know, I used to vomit and speak death in people, like telling people what I was living in, the lifestyle, and vomiting the money, drugs, lust, and demoralizing the women. Like, I did that for decades. Now the message has changed, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to lift up people. Just did a song called Wonderfully Made, just telling women you wonderfully made, creating God image, you know. So that what separates. And then, like, my music, like, at the end of the day, like, when I was in the streets, I did street music. Now that I'm living out this gospel, I make gospel music, and like I still be in the hood, like I still be in the trenches, still be where it go down at. So in my music, you may hear some of that, but instead of me telling you, oh, you should do this, no, I'm not gonna tell you somebody kill your partner, go kill a partner. I'm gonna tell you somebody kill your partner, give vengeance. Vengeance is the Lord. Let him vindicate you, because that's what the words say. So that's the difference in my music. I ain't telling you ride on your enemies. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, they might pull up with their partner. You pull up with your partner, Jesus Christ. Take it to the throne. Give it to God. Let God vindicate that. And man, I ain't telling you something that I ain't had to deal with, because I be want to still bust people in their mouth, because I done been in murder cases. I got that on my jacket. You know what I'm saying? I done did all of that. I done been involved in all of that. But now, I don't want none of that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want no parts of the foolishness. I don't want no smoke. You heard me? But then when it comes to this gospel, yeah, I want all the smoke, because I go hard for Jesus. You heard me? I pull up right now, hop out. We be hopping out. People be thinking we about to come with some foolishness. We be in the project and all that. They thinking we on that type of time. But nah. We may look the same. I'm all things to all people. But then when that conversation, when I start to speak, they're like, hold on, something different about dude. You know what I'm saying? Because God hasn't given us a spirit of fear, but love, power, and a sound mind. Like, I ain't never been fearful. I used to be everywhere, man. I used to be everywhere, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Messing around. I was laughing the other day, man. I was uptown messing with this little chick back in the Gap, and I'm out there, you know what I'm saying, walking through the 17th, and I got that tech tucking the tech on me, you heard me? Because I know how it go down. I'm way from luxury, you heard me? But then as I go back now, in Jesus' name, I'm going back to the same spots with no strap. No strap at all, but just the minister. Like, it's just crazy what God doing, man. Just a new season, you know what I'm saying? Because God has not given us a spirit of fear, so it's rushing the gates of hell, you heard me? In Jesus' name. Yeah.
What genre of music are you into right now? Is it hip-hop or the hip-hop gospel?
Well, the genre that I'm in is gospel hip-hop. Like, just gospel music. Like, I ain't saying, no, well, put me in the hip-hop, and, I don't want to be labeled this. Now I'm a gospel rapper. That's exactly what I am, Christian rapper, whatever. I minister the gospel, you know what I'm saying? You may hear me preach over 808s. That's all I'm doing. I'm preaching over 808s. That's the genre that I'm in.
Speaking on the hip-hop gospel, so how do you feel about, I'm like Kanye going back to like before that rock?
Man, so look, rewind. Kanye had, when I was in my deepest sin, Kanye had me in the club talking about Jesus walks. You know what I'm saying? So I have no choice but to embrace what he's doing now, because now I listen to the new album. Christ is King. Like, Jesus is King. Like, he confessing that. Everybody that searched that, you confessing that. Jesus is King. Like, boom. You have no choice but to embrace that. But look, about last May of 2018, we flew down to Utah to do a song called Kanye Come Back. Dude flew us down, pick us up in the Maybach and everything. It was a song ministering to Kanye, say Kanye Come Back. Now here it is, fast forward, Kanye back in full effect. He's here. He came back to Christ, dedicated his life to Christ, been doing the Sunday service before anybody knew what was going on. So as a believer, we judge by the fruit. The tree has been planted. It's just not growing. Why are you trying to judge what's going on? Just judge by the fruit. Give time for the fruit to be harvested. Give it time for him to bear fruit. And I listen to the music, bro. I remember, I just was telling Pastor Andy, I'm like, bro, I'm listening to him as when I first got saved, because when I first got saved, I was quoting scriptures. I ain't knew the word like that yet, but the Holy Spirit was ministering to me through that music. So I'm listening to his new album, and I'm like, man, he going in because he quoting scripture. He talking about conviction, talking about spending time with his family. Like, he closed on Sunday, like just getting in the presence, like, and at the end of the day, bro, Kanye got nothing to gain from doing this type of music. What he got, Kanye, Yeezys alone, like the shoes sell millions, you know what I'm saying? He done charted, top charting and everything. Like, what do he have to gain from doing Christian music? Nothing. Half of his fan base that's listening to it now, not even Christians. But he's introducing them to the light. Like, he's showing Christ, you know what I'm saying? And the light shines in the darkness, and the darkness does not comprehend it. So a lot of people don't comprehend what he's doing. So he just letting his light shine. Like, I'm with it. Like, I salute dude. Like, he ain't got nothing to lose. I mean, he has nothing to gain but everything to lose. You know what I'm saying? So like, man, you just gotta look at what the process that he went. Like, man, Kanye lost his mind because God was breaking him down and to build him up. You know what I'm saying? And now he got it. Like, I salute him, and just like God answered our prayer, man. We made that song and was praying over that song and everything. So for him to come back, and now he's back. Yeah, check his album out. You heard?
So 3 years from now, I'm like, where do you see your music career going?
Man, I don't even know. Like, I could say one thing, but if I look at where I'm at now, 3 years ago, I didn't see this. So I can't really say what I see from 3 years, but I know God's plan is to go from glory to glory. So, and they got a lot of stuff moving and shaking, man. I done been involved in a lot of situations, and man, people be hitting us up to do a lot of different things. Like, man, I'm telling you, we done been to at least 18 different cities, you know what I'm saying? 5 or 7 different states, like doing the music. Like, we got a chapter for our ministry in Miami, in Florida, in Indiana. We about to launch one in New York. You know what I'm saying? We out in New Orleans, we got in Texas, so it's expanding. So 3 years ago, I was just not getting into this. You know what I'm saying? Now here, doing my first album. Now fast forward, here we are 3 years later. I done did the joint album with Andy Rebirth. You know what I'm saying? This is my 3rd solo project. You know what I'm saying? Doing numbers. Like, God is really like, I done been on Q93, 98.5. You know what I'm saying? Did different interviews. We had a TV show. You know what I'm saying? On WHNO. Like I ain't see that 3 years ago. So I don't know what 3 years hold, but I know 3, the number of perfection. So, I know in 3 years, God gonna do something even greater. He gonna perfect some other things out. You know, man, I done had stuff on social media, me praying with police officers that did 10 million views. You know what I'm saying? I got videos with over 60,000, 100,000, like, just on just what God is doing in this season. So I don't know what he's going to do in the next 3 years, but I know one thing, it's going to be big because it ain't about me. I just did a name change so nobody even know me. You know what I'm saying? And the word tells you if he, he be lifted up, he'll draw all man. But he that decrease so he can increase. If I humble myself, he'll exalt me. You know what I'm saying? If I move in pride, then he gonna humble me. But I'm away from all of the pride. I'm decreasing so he can get the glory. And man, he got no choice but to exalt, you know what I'm saying, me, because I'm bringing all glory to him. It ain't me. I'm nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? I did music for years. I did a few things, opening up for gays and stuff. Got a bunch of songs with Nati, and you know what I'm saying? Like I say, all of that, doing stuff, different shows with Boosh and them. You know what I'm saying? I know BWA personally. I know me and Booby used to live in luxury. You know what I'm saying? Like, Menace, like, that's my dude. Like, I know these people personally. Fee, like, I was in a section one night. He texted me, he coming by me. Like, I literally know these people personally. You know what I'm saying? So what God is doing, he's going to get all glory, because I didn't pop when I had all those connections. When I had all these connections, was connected with all these different people, my career never took off. But now that I'm giving it back unto God, it's taking off. Like, it's going up in Jesus' name.
So what's your advice to a younger artist that's trying to follow me in footsteps?
Well, a younger artist, man, I just tell you, bro, like, don't get caught up in the foolishness. Like, as far as like, oh, you gotta be this, you gotta be that, you gotta rap but this, you gotta rap but that, man. I really encourage you to give your gift back unto God, man. Like, yeah, if you watching this right now and you thinking about, like, man, I'm gonna just be a positive rapper. Like, okay, take that. Go with that positivity and just begin to pray to God. Like, man, let me, before I make any music, I let God remove me and use me. And as I began to do that, man, my music began to change. So as any upcoming artist, man, just give your gift back to God and watch what God do with it. That's where I really can encourage you, that, because you don't want to be, we're gonna have to give account for every idle word that come out of our mouth. So what you want? You want God to judge you because you spoke death and vomited, or you want to speak life? You know what I'm saying? And that's what I really encourage you. Now, you ain't gotta follow my path, but you should be on the road to redemption. Like, man, you gotta be on the road to redemption, man. You gotta be ministering to people, man, because I got kids. I don't want my kids running around talking crazy, cursing mama out because they heard me cursing on a song. I got kids, like people that look up to me. I don't want them thinking it's okay to go knock somebody's head off, because you know, I could tell them do that, but then when they sitting in that cell going crazy or won't hang themselves because they got all this time hanging over their head, now what? You know what I'm saying? Anyone, you do better tie a milestone around your neck if you send one of these little ones astray. So I don't want to send nobody astray because of the music. And half these rappers lying anyway. So you don't want to be a part of that foolishness. You heard me?
Also, what is the best song that you have released so far? And I'm telling people why.
Oh man. Let me think of this album. Man, I don't really have a best song. Like, to be honest, because like, to me, all of them the best. You know what I'm saying? But look, I got a song called This That. And a lot of people gravitating toward it just already in this week is because it's just talking about, you can search it, John Doe, This That. You can look it up, man. It's like, this that fire you've been missing, this gonna help you get back. This that. Like, I'm just, you know, just going in saying this, that. Like, everything that you've been searching, this, that. Like, you know, whatever you've been seeking as a void in your life, man, this, that. Like, I really feel like that's one of a real good song. And man, I got a song called The Call. Like, you know, in the midst of my prime, like, just going in on that, just Jesus calling on the main line, except for decline. I ain't lying, had thoughts going through my mind. I ain't at the point of no return. I can fly, I can burn. Watch the table start to turn. I had to unlearn everything I was taught. No looking back, staying on track. Only focus on what's lying ahead. Bullets was flying on side of my head. My father was asleep, jump out of his bed. Dreams so vivid, he hate to replay. Curse on my life, felt like I was plagued. But I'm cursed by the blood, but I'm covered by the blood. No blood bad put on Christ, yeah. New creation, I don't need stripes. No digicale, no trap phone, no plug talk. Tell mom she can chill, I don't need to credit post bail. No more collect calls, still making prayer calls. Many call, only fewer chose. Feds watching, I can strike a pose. Only difference is I'm ministering. Cooking raw and I'ma serve it to them. Straight drop, pure revelation. Trying to change the situation. If they under investigation and they phone tap and they run it back, hear me praying for them in the courtroom. Grew up in the jungle. They taught me to play it raw. Started getting money. Told me ball until I fall. Only difference. The hand left messed me up, you heard me? But look, I answered the call from the Lord. Like, man, that's it. Like, I stumbled a little bit in there, but man, you get the point. You know what I'm saying? Answer that call. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. And like, last but not least, tell everybody, I'm like, where can they find you? And also, I'm like, where can they find your music?
Well, you can find my music on all digital platforms. You know, the old albums will be under Burke. So it's like Burke Reborn, Burke Be the Light, Burke and Andy Rebirth and Burke have on Warrior Worship, and the new project is John Doe under, well, the name of the album is Heaven Waits for Me, but it's under John Doe. That's the name. But you know, you can find me John Doe, the #1 accord, on Instagram. Rashawn John Doe Burke on social media, on Facebook, and then I got the John Doe formerly Burke as my music page on Facebook, you know, and then my YouTube is John Doe, the #1 accord as well. Like, you know, you could, you know, follow me as I follow Christ, man. You could just go on and check that out. Like, you know, just check out the work and see the body of work, man. It ain't, people think that gospel music corny. Like, man, I got a background, you hear me? I got a past. I come with some stories, you hear me? Because I'm only pointing you to the cross, like, in the midst of, I can tell you what I've been through, but let me tell you how I got through it, you know. And there's a lot of, like, you know, people hear it and they be blown away, like, man, hold on, that's gospel? Yeah, it is, you know what I'm saying? So check it out, you hear me?